And I'd say one of the other issues that's particularly concerning is the potential impact of deep sea mining on the seafloor.
All right, let's talk about deep sea mining. What is it?
Basically, on the seafloor, every time, well, not every time, but on items of debris like shells, bones, teeth, you get precipitating out of the seawater. You get these nodules of pure rare earth metals that grow around this debris. So things like cobalt, nickel, and all sorts that people have their eye on now because it has potential applications in mobile phones and, crucially, electric cars. So they argue that the key to a sustainable future with electric cars for the batteries is to mine these nodules. But the problem is, in order to mine these nodules, at the moment, the machines that they've developed to do this will go on the ocean floor, drive along it, scrape up these nodules, tear up ecosystems, grind up all the animals living on them, and there is a whole host of sessile or stationary animals living on these nodules, pump it to the surface through these pipes that travel up through the water column to a ship at the surface. And these pumps along the way generate enormous amounts of noise that gets in the way of whales and especially migratory animals. So noise pollution, you get noise pollution, you get the grinding up of seafloor life, and you get a plume kicked up by these machines, plumes of dust. And what that dust does is it clogs up these gelatinous, fragile animals that live suspended in the midwater of the open ocean. So all these impacts from deep sea mining. Now, you wouldn't justify tearing up a tropical rainforest to build an electric car. These ecosystems are arguably more biodiverse than many of the planet's rainforests, but they're out of sight. They're out of mind. People don't see them. They don't care. They think, oh, it's just a weird world at the bottom of the ocean. When am I ever going to see that? How is that going to affect me? But, you know, it's all about money, and the people who have already invested millions, if not billions, into the infrastructure and the engineering behind these machines are just not open to anybody saying no, because they are already driven by the fact that they've invested so much into it. Even to the point where now, I recently spoke with a scientist from a fairly new mining company, deep sea mining company, called Impossible Mining, who have proposed that this technology, this dredging, grinding technology, is now 30 years old. We have the capabilities to create far more efficient, far more sustainable and less damaging methods of mining these nodules. So, for example, she's been working on essentially what are like drones that will sink down through the ocean, to the water column, hover above the sea floor, and use AI and cameras pointing at the sea floor to detect where the nodules are, and take only the nodules that don't have animals living on them, and always leave behind enough nodules in a specific pattern that you still have wildlife corridors on the seabed for the sessile animals to spread through. Because if you're just mining big tracts and big swathes of nodules, there's no way that animals over here can get over here and migrate, and their territories are shrunk and they die out, or there's less spread of genes, and you just get all these issues related to biodiversity. So despite this proposal of this new sustainable technology, people don't want to hear it because they've invested millions already in the other stuff.